They go to, that's a good pass, that's what we needed. Kinzombie into Jakob.
Oh yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with 1860 Munich. It looks like we're going to be seeing out the season, and why not? We have got 2 games coming up today off the back of what has been a very, very good run of form. Last time when you joined us, we had not won a game since the last episode, and now since our last episode, we have not lost a game. It has been pretty good stuff, really. 4 draws, 5 wins in that time. Some notable wins against Hertha, who were quite high in the table. Fortuna Dusseldorf, we got a draw against, a win against Heidenheim, and 3 wins in our last 4 games. It's been very, very good stuff, and I guess we don't have too much to complain about. So if we see out a full season, another full season here, then why not? Who knows how high we are going to finish in this season. But the main aim of Borderline Glory, I guess, is to not... I mean, it is about the journey, but we want to win some trophies. Maybe we can do that here with 1860 Munich. I'm not too sure, but if there's a promotion in store, then there's a promotion in store. What can you do about that, really? We're going to have to see if we can go and do it, and we might just be able to if we continue the way that we are. But 2 games today. The first against St. Pauli, who are in 4th place away from home. If we can get a win in that, we would move up to 4th place in the table, and then we play against Eintracht Braunschweig, who are currently at the bottom of the table at home. So if we get 6 out of 6 points today, we could potentially go all the way up to 2nd place. We do have a game in hand. This is our game in hand on I guess on the rest of the division. It doesn't really affect what happens, but we could go 3 points clear of Nuremberg, 2 points clear of St. Pauli with a win. Let's just go and get straight into it. The only real thing to note is that Verlat has gone and left us. We got a good fee for him, and he was going to leave anyway at the end of the season. We do have a few injuries that have affected us. Kenny Fressel has also gone out on loan. Dulich has kind of come back into this team, and he will be leaving at the end of this season on a free deal. We couldn't get his contracts done, but we're not in too bad of a position at the moment in terms of everything else. So let's go and get straight into it in the first game of the day against St. Pauli. So the team for this game against St. Pauli starts with Darn in goal, backline of Dulich, Voet and Svetinovic. We've got Musonda, Jacobson, Doric and Danhoff, Jakob on the left, Philip on the right and Wilhelmsen up top. It's kick-off here in this game against St. Pauli. A bit of a kick clash here, which is quite frustrating, really, but what can we do about that? In terms of jobs that have come up, there hasn't really been anything of particular interest. It's kind of hard with these smaller clubs of where you really want to go, but I think the league we may be going to next is the Swiss league. I am quite interested in that. We do have Belgium and France potentially, but I might just wait on France because there could be some interesting offers in the future from there. We already have had some for Paris FC, not PSG, Paris FC, who are now looking for a new manager again, so that is definitely interesting and potentially a future job offer in the works for us there, but not one that I'm interested in particularly, especially at the start of the season when they did offer it us when we were doing, like, we were in a decent position to go and have a good season, and that is the position we are in now. We've just played some really good football and it's been very impressive to see, and we can only be happy with the way we have played, and even with a few injuries, a few players leaving as well, it's not been too bad. But if we get a promotion, how far can we go from there? Is a cup win realistic? Is challenging for like a Champions League or something like that realistic? I don't think so. Maybe we are overachieving a little bit at this point, but you must say, after 3 seasons, the aim from here now is probably a playoff game, I think that could be good fun, or even if it's an automatic spot, I don't see why we don't leave when our stock is high. That would be very, very impressive. But whatever happens. It's going to be a very interesting end to this season, and the job offers in the works will definitely be interesting. But we want to be going now to a top division club. That will be the aim, and hopefully that is something we can go and do by the end of next season. But we might as well stay for the rest of this one. I didn't expect to. It's just because I felt like this season we would probably get a similar result, and it doesn't look like we will. But we've created more memories, had some very good cup games, a little bit of a bad spell last episode, but we pulled it back with a good win. And then here, massive games. We are 1-0 down in this one. As it stands, we do drop to 5th place. I don't know how we've managed to drop. I don't know. I don't want to entertain it really, because I swear Holstein Kyle had played that game, but we literally could not drop, so I don't know what's gone on there really. Anyway, we'll go and look to make some changes. I'm going to bring Jakob off for Froling, who's had a very, very good time recently. I'm not going to bring Kinzombie. I'm going to leave Musander on, see what he can go and do. I'm going to bring Dan Huff off for Scholes there on that right hand side. Gives us something a little bit more different, a bit more positive down that right hand side to go and see what we can go and do. Whether or not we can go and tie this game up or not is something to be decided in the remaining 70 minutes. I do quite like this St. Pauli kit, even if it is a bit of a kit clash, as the ball finds itself on the right hand side for the opposition. They're going to look to try and progress it. It's Musander on this left hand side, the ball over the top, defending required if we want to go in this ball back turnover. There's not really been much in this game, to be honest. Just that one goal is what we've seen, and that is insane save from Don. I don't know how he's managed to get there. The ball does go back in, and Svetinovic with a very good header to go and get that clear, only to that far side though, where we will look to defend it. And that is 70 minutes gone, and that is still 1-0 to St. Pauli. Whether or not there's more changes in this game, we'll have to decide soon. I am going to go for them. I feel like we do make a lot of attacking changes, but does it make as much of an impact as we would want? Maybe not. I have brought on Lugiki there, and I'm also going to bring on... I'm not going to bring on Boyakasan. I feel like it's a game where we want a big impact, but if there's someone who the impact can come from, it's probably Lugiki over someone like Boyakasan here in this game. Not much more we can do really. It looks like we've had a lot of possession, but nothing is coming for us here in this game. That's going to be a very disappointing end if we don't get something. There's Doric standing over this free kick. Is he going to shoot from range? Let's have a look what Doric is going to do, and it's a save from the St. Pauli goalkeeper, or it might have just hit the crossbar. That is so disappointing. The final few moments of this game. Is there one final chance? Doric, Musander finds Musander with the return ball. Can he look to play this ball in? Where will he go? He's dispossessed there, and now all of a sudden the ball could get turned over here. The counter-attacking opportunity is on, but we do win it back, and it's into nowhere. The header into nowhere. Dulic heads and volleys going on here, and now it's into the midfield back with St. Pauli, but Doric wins it back. That is a foul there. That's so frustrating. He felt like we would have just gone with that ball, and we're not able to do anything with that, and the full-time whistle goes. That's a frustrating 1-0 loss, the first loss in 8 games. And the team for this game against Eintracht Braunschweig, tough tongue twister that one is. We've only got one change, darning our backline of Dulic, Voet and Svetinovic. We've got Musander, Jacobson I should say, Duric and Dan Huff. Jakob Froling comes in for the ill Philip, and Wilhelmsen up top. Kick off here in this game against the team 9 points far from the bottom of the table, like completely gone, and you would think completely relegated. We might as well just go all out attacking here in this game, do a bit for our goal difference, and just do a bit for our confidence as well. That loss against St. Pauli, although not expecting to win, it was a bit frustrating, especially with the momentum we had. You would like to think we would have been able to go and fight for a result, but I guess not in the end in that one. But this is a game where we get back on track, pick up a big 3 points. If we take away 3 points from this episode, then that's definitely not bad at all. But if we don't take any points, then we start to have a bit of a problem, and that's not what we want to do. So hopefully we can go and get a result here in this game that will satisfy what we want from this episode, and then end our 3rd season and potentially end our time with 1860 Munich. What a time it has been though, if it is the end. Bit longer than maybe we would have thought it would have been, but it has been a very, very good time. Some great signings, great memories, and hopefully that will continue to the next club we go to as part of Borderline Glory. Here's Kylian Jakob in behind. He shoots. He finds Dan Huff with a pass. Never mind, he's hit the wrong side of the corner flag. That's how far he's managed to hit it wide. I don't know what's gone on there. I assume he's tried to clearly hit it against the face of the goal, but it's just not worked out for him in the end. There, 25 minutes gone. We've had a few shots, none on target as of yet. That is slightly concerning. Maybe we'll have to make some attacking changes. We do have no Philip, who has scored 9 goals for the season. He has been out with illness. He was out with illness before the last game, and then now he's out with it again just before the match day, which is a bit frustrating. That is a lovely turn by Duric. What a creative player, with Christensen being out for quite a few months. months with quite a serious injury. He is returning soon, but with him being out, Duric has come into this team and has been very, very good, as we expected him to, and for all that money we paid for him, it's nice to see that he has come into this team and done well. And after 35 minutes, it is a goal for one of the Eintracht teams. I'm not even going to try it. Boy, is it Braunschweig? Something like that. Give them their credit. No, let's not disrespect them here. They've gone 1-0 up here in this game, arguably against the run of play, but they have gone 1-0 up. Probably need to be a little bit more careful. It's always going to go wrong when you try to get at them straight away and see what we can do, and it's just not worked out for us in this first half. Got a little too what would you call it? Arrogant, maybe, or what do you call it when you just get too comfortable? We got too comfortable. We got complacent here in this game. It feels like it's one that we can win, and we can definitely win it, but we can't get too complacent here in this game. A big game for us where we'll need to pick up 3 points guaranteed. Here is Duric into the middle. He finds a free header for Dulic. I don't know what's gone on there, but I think the smallest player in this team could have scored that. That is some horrible defending. It's a perfectly free header for Dulic. Duric finds Dulic, and that is 1-1 here in this game. What has gone on there? The marker's left him. The keeper's off his line. The whoever's meant me at the back or the front post, the back post from that corner, has completely deserted it, and we go and make it 1-1 here in this game. Dulic is obviously leaving. That is two big centre-backs who will be leaving us at the end of the season. It is a bit of a shame, really. We've always had problems with their contracts, and we would have liked to have sold Dulic ideally if he didn't want to stay here, but when he's coming to this team, he has been good. He's got a lot of potential, still quite young. I don't know where he's going next. What has gone on there? There is an offside flag. It's been saved, and then I think it's gone off the post and then spun just enough, even after hitting the player, so it didn't go in the end. That is a very, very interesting bit of play there. But yeah, I mean, at least it's not gone in, and at least we're not 2-1 down here in this game. But Dulic, yeah, very consistent player. It's a shame to lose him with all that potential, but we can't complain too much, really. And for Vela as well, 31 years of age, to get 1.1 million for him at this point in his career. Obviously a very capable player, was our captain, but we can't complain too much about that money. That will go into the bank, and as well, we were quite negative in the wage budget for a while, so he has helped cover that quite a bit for these top players who we now have in the team. Froling, a very, very good player. Wilhelmsen, we've got Duric as well, and then Svetinovic as well, who's been an absolute man-mountain machine of a player at the back, and he finds himself on the ball now, and hopefully he's going to start a bit of an attack for us here. Danhoff finds himself on the ball, and I think he might have to be subbed off here in this game if that's what we're going to be doing. Here is the ball down the left-hand side for the opposition. It's gone in. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. As soon as we come on camera, that might just be it's just completely changed for us. Kinson be on here, Danhoff off, we'll bring Scholes on. I'll wait for a change on. I mean, I think I'm going to bring the geek on, because I do feel like Wilhelmsen scores early, and if he doesn't, he just doesn't get in this game at all. We've got another corner here. Dulic is still on the pitch, and Duric is the one taking the corner. It goes near post this time. It falls out to Froling, who can hopefully have a big remaining part of this game. He's had a massive impact since he has come to the club, and he has forced a corner there. He has been a very, very good player off the bench, but even in games that he started, very, very capable player, notably. But it might not be enough here in this game. Would you believe that? So last episode, we lost like 8 in a row, one when we came on camera. This episode, won like 8 in a row, and we lose, as it stands, both games when we're going to come on camera. That is going to be so frustrating. The Geeky is out with an injury there. Duric over the bar, and it might just not be our day here in this guy. It might not be our day in this game, is what I'm trying to say there. 80 minutes gone, nothing coming for us. The Geeky has picked up a knock. Might be just a sign that no goals are coming for us, or maybe it will. It falls out to Legiki. Jacobson with the shot from range, and that is the story of our day. It's just not finding the target at all. Very, very frustrating, really, what has gone on in this game. If we lose this, then maybe we'll just have to say goodbye to those top 3 hopes. I mean, really relentless league, but we were very, very close to that, and with not many games left to go now, what is it, just 10 games, something like that, it would be frustrating if we don't get a result here in this game. And Kylian Jakob has lost that down that left hand side, and now we win it back, and let's go and see what we can do. It's Voet on the ball in the middle. He goes back to Don, who will go to Svetinovic. You think he goes to Dulic on that left hand side, finds Duric now, and Froling is in an interesting position. Who can he find? He finds Svetinovic, who finds Scholes. back into Froling. Froling is in a very isolated position. Can we work it down this right hand side? It's an early ball. Who will it find? It falls to Froling. Lugiki. Why has he gone to Scholes? Why has he gone all the way there? No options, he must have felt like, and it is going to stay in here. Back with Scholes. Who will it go to? That's a good pass. That's what we needed. Kinsombi into Jakob with the shot, and it's not going to go in. It's just not going to go in for us here. It's a very good save, a very good bit of play, and this just might be the story of our day. It's not meant to be here. We dropped down to 6th place, quite a few points off that top 3 spot, and maybe we may have just lost promotion in a game like this. How frustrating is this going to be? It looks like it might not just be our day here. The 4th time whistle is going to go, and would you believe it? So there you have it, a frustrating day's work at the office. Until next time, we have games against Schalke, Hamburg, the return fixture. Bochum is another game as well, all blue teams. We have here some very, very interesting games coming up, but it will be Hertha and Kaiserslautern in those final 2 games tomorrow. It's going to be some big ones, and hopefully we can go and pull back a result. But if you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this little tune. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you, bye bye.